Right now I'm working on a cardigan for my cousin. She's purchased about 6 or 7 of these, and this is the last part of it I have to do, which is the arm. And then once I'm done with this, I could connect it and then block it and then ship it off to her. But yeah, I'm going to Chicago in a couple of weeks, and I thought it would be cool to make some summer pieces since I don't really like summer usually, mainly because it's just really hot and I don't really like hot weather. This summer I really want to like go all out for everything with summer. I just want to soak up the sun and, you know, just enjoy the summer. So I wanted to spice it up this year and see what I can make. I was thinking of making some bikinis since we're planning on going to the beach, me and my friends. I don't know if I'm gonna make like the bottom parts of the bikini just because I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna get in the water besides like my feet. I do want to make matching shorts to the bikini tops. I think that would be really cute. I want to make a lot of different variations of tube tops with the Centro knitting machine, and I'm thinking of making a mini dress with the Centro machine because I've never tried that before and I think it would be cool. After I finished working on my film creations episode that just came out, I took a little break and ended up just going to the gym a lot. So I've been really fixated on gym and fitness stuff recently. I work out every morning for at least like an hour or two. So I'll do like my main workout for about 30 to 40 minutes depending on what it is, whether it's strength training or like a HIIT workout. And then I'll go outside and do 10 minutes of jump rope, and then I'll walk for about 30 minutes if I'm not really tired. I mainly just work out at home because the gym is pretty expensive. And yeah, I've been really enjoying working out, so hopefully in about like 6 to 7 months you guys can see my gains at some point. I've known this for a while now, but it's become pretty like prevalent to me, but I realized that I get really fixated on things very quickly. I just started working out and it's all I'll go on TikTok and only watch fitness content. I will just sit down and plan my workouts when I need to be working on these, and I'm just like, this will continue happening until I find something else to fixate on. And it gets annoying, but it's also like fun in a way because I have something that I'm like passionate and excited about. So I'm not sure if I like completely like the fact that I do that or not. But I've been this way since I was little, so I don't think it's gonna change anytime soon. But I don't think I want it to change either, so. I've been wanting to post on my second channel for the longest time. Like, I think I said I was gonna post like in January or something, but I still haven't because a lot of these projects have been taking up a lot of time. And I had the worst work-life balance, but now since I started working out in the morning and planning, okay, I'm gonna work out for this portion of the day, and then this portion will be spent on working. I think I can start it hopefully before summer ends, just cause I think it'll be cool to like do other videos of like other stuff, like me talking about books or music or whatever, just very chill, non-important videos. But I think it'd be nice to get other ideas out because I have so many ideas that I want to get out, and my plan is to just do, like, whether it's successful or not, I don't really care. I just want these ideas to get out of my head so I can be like, okay, like whether people liked it or not, I did it, you know? Another idea that has been stuck in my mind for a while is making a crochet book. I have already figured out what the themes are gonna be, how many pieces I'm gonna make. The main thing that I'm trying to figure out is the designs and when I could actually get started, because I need to do some like yarn sourcing to figure out what yarn would work best for the projects that I want to do. I want to figure out how to actually publish a book because I have no idea how that works. And I also need to figure out how to exactly write patterns so that anybody of any size can use the patterns in the book. And that's my main thing. Like, I want anybody to be able to use it and to understand the pattern so that you can easily make it and it's understandable. And I think it'll be cool to do like, for each pattern I have like a QR code in the book or something, so it directly goes to like a hidden video on YouTube so you can have a visual tutorial of it or something. So that project's gonna take some time, but I really wanna go ahead and get started with it because I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm gonna end this whole chat session after this. I'm sorry if I'm talking a lot, but I also, like, after 2 years of saving my money, I finally got tickets to go to Japan this fall, and I'm really excited. So especially I really want to see what the yarn shops are like over there, and just like the craft shops in general, because I really love Japanese stationery. I get to see my old friend, which I'm really excited for. And I also have been thinking that I want to throw into my schedule like some studying sessions of Japanese, because I used to study Japanese all the time. My Japanese is semi-conversational now. I still know how to read hiragana and katakana, but hopefully you'll be here for, you know, some Japan vlogs and see what I could scrounge up over there in terms of yarn. I think the yarn would be pretty cool. Watch it be the exact same brands as here though. But yeah, I am officially done yapping, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this sleeve, put it together, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the summer projects. I ended up running out of the yarn and couldn't finish the last arm, so instead I decided to just sew up all the other completed sides on the cardigan, and then got to work on designing the pieces I wanted to make for myself. So I went ahead and designed a whole bunch of different little patterns for the different bikini tops. I have some like that, and then I have some more if I wanted to do like a stripe version or something like that. And I really like this one. I like this one too. I like the solid color ones. I'm not sure how I'll go about the stripe ones just yet. Like maybe I can gradually decrease. These right here, I drew it out to be like the basic crochet bra cups. And then these are the same basic crochet bra cups but flipped. I still like that one and this one. And then for the tube tops, there's just an infinite amount of colors I can do, honestly. For the tube tops, I was thinking, I think this yarn would be really cool if this, I don't know if this is enough or not. I was thinking if I should use this one here for either a bra or the tube top, but I'm gonna try it out for the tube top first. And if it doesn't work out, then I can easily just use this for the bra. And then I just have these basic colors as well for the tube top. And then also these for the tube top as well. And I can also use these for the bra as well, since they're a cotton bamboo. Specifically for the bikini tops, I have all of this cotton yarn here. I still have some leftover yarn from my Kate dress, the Bridgerton recreation I did. And I can double this and make a cute little bikini top. And I have a whole bunch of these, but yep. That's all the yarn I have. Oh, and also here is all of the yarn for the rainbow cardigan. I first started with one of the basic bikini tops with this silky bamboo cotton yarn blend. It was a bit hard to work with since it was slippery, but I wanted to see if it would actually work, so I decided to keep going. But after another row, I saw that it was just way too spacey, so I undid it and moved on to the 100% cotton yarn. I just used my basic bra cup pattern, which I'll have on the screen here. I also have a more in-depth tutorial on it linked down below. After I did 8 rows of single crochet, I tied off and then made a drawstring of 100 chains. I then weave that in and out of the bottom of the bra cup so that it makes 2 ties for the back and the top. After, I made another chain, but this time with only 50 chains, and connected it to the top of the bra cup. This way the bra cup can be placed either sideways or vertically. So I went back and took off 1 layer from each of the cups and then just did this black border around. And then I took out the chain of 100 from under here, and then I did a chain of 150 and then just weaved it in and out of both. So that way, like if I wanted to wear it like this, I could wear it like that. Or if I wanted to wear it like this, where this is facing up and then these two would be the ones going around my neck, and then this would go around on the side. But I'm gonna go ahead and try this on and see if I like it. And if I do, then this would be a good prototype, and then I can go ahead and make some more. So this is what the top is looking like. I think it's really cute. I'm not too sure about the colors because this would really depend on what I would wear on my bottoms and everything. I like especially how this part is right here. So I'm thinking I might just do a whole bunch just like this, and then figure out which one I like the best and have like 2 or 3 to take with me. Also, just for reference, this is what it looks like if I just flip it. So this was originally at the top, and then this was originally on the bottom as like the tie for the back. So either way, I really like it. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be making a couple of more tonight, and then I could move on to maybe my cardigan. It is the next morning, and I ended up finishing a total of 3 bikini tops. I decided that I'm gonna undo this one just because it looked better in the design, but I don't really like it. Like, it makes me think of a highlighter now. So I'm gonna take this apart. The second one that I did is probably my favorite, and it's just this plain pink one with the same yarn that I used for my Kate dress. It fits very well. I love how it scrunches and it's very cute and really soft. And then the third one I did is just this one right here. It's just like a baby blue and beige. So while I was gonna do a couple more of the plain bikinis, I was thinking of doing some with the little African flower design on it. So I was just making some little designs on what colors to do. I first worked with weight 4 yarn, but halfway through the flower it was just getting a bit too big. So I decided to go with the weight 3 yarn, and it ended up like this. And when I was like holding it up to me, I just didn't like how spacey it was, so I went down a hook size. This one is being made with a 4mm hook, and it's still spacey, but it's less than the other one. If you can see in comparison, it probably looks exactly the same on camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this one to see how it comes out, and if it comes out good, I'm gonna go ahead, finish it up, and then move on to my rainbow cardigan. I went ahead and finished up the first flower bra cup using this free pattern from Ravelry, which is linked in the description box below. To put the bra together, I first attached my yarn to the top of one of the cups and chained 55 before cutting it off. I did that for the second cup and then chained a chain of 150 and weaved it in and out of the bottom of the first cup, then immediately into the bottom of the second cup. And then the bikini top was complete. Finally, I got started on the rainbow cardigan since that was probably going to take the longest. I did the same pattern I did in my green crochet video for this, but made sure I had 6 sides instead of 5 sides like I did in that video. Since I did 24 rows for that one, I decided to do that for this one as well, but spaced out the colors as shown in this pattern here. So for the first 2 colors, I'll be doing 4 rows of each, and then 3 rows each color until I reach the last color, which would be done for 4 rows. While working on my rainbow cardigan, I watched It's Such a Beautiful Day. I haven't watched this film since I was in high school dealing with horrible depression, but I remember that this film would help ease my mind even if it was only for an hour. So if you're someone struggling, even if it's not with any mental illness, but with your own existence or stresses just for an hour, I recommend to watch this film, and I hope it brings you comfort like it did for me. Hi everyone, it is the next day and I wanted to show you what I've gotten done so far with the cardigan. I'm almost done. I just need to do probably 2 or 3 more rows right here. For the green row, I switched colors too early, so I only did 2 rows for the green instead of 3. So I'm gonna add an extra row to the red section to compensate for the row I didn't do on the green. The only issue that I ran into besides that is the fact that I only have this much yellow left, and the yellow row did take a lot of yarn, and so I might have to compensate with this yarn, which they're not the same color, but I mean, I am the one who's going to be wearing it and I don't really care. But hopefully this is going to be enough, even though there's a pretty slim chance. But like I said, I don't mind using this yarn to compensate for this one. The one thing that's been on my mind lately is trying to convince myself how to stop doing large projects in order to convince myself that I'm an artist. Like, the only way I can actually see myself as an artist is if I do something unique or intense, or something that's incredibly time consuming, life consuming, and I just can't do anything but focus on that specific piece or project that I'm working on. And that's not really the best mindset to have as an artist. Like, maybe it could be useful to get you to finish your projects or maybe inspire you to start them, but in terms of longevity, it just burns you out faster and it convinces you of things that's just not true. Like, you're an artist even though you don't do these super time consuming projects. Like, it doesn't have to be a statement piece all the time. It could just be something that you're practicing your skills on, you know? Like, while I was working on these bikini tops yesterday, I was like, man, I feel like these are so basic and like this doesn't show the creativity that I have in me. I can do better. But at the same time, it's like, this is this is very special. Like, you spent years learning how to do this craft and learning how to do it faster and understanding the techniques, and guess what? You can make your own bikini top now. You don't have to go to the store and buy one. You can save your money. You can use the yarn that you have at home and make it for yourself. You can make a whole bunch of them for yourself. You can make a whole bunch to sell. You can make a whole bunch to donate. It's very special, and that's art in itself. But for some reason, I keep convincing myself that my work is not enough. So I'm trying to find a way to combat those thoughts. But I was thinking, since I have a lot of yarn in that closet, I wanted to try other fiber arts. I've been gaining skill in knitting and crochet, but what if I learn how to paint with yarn, you know, like in tapestry weaving or with punch needle? What if I learn how to do rug tufting or something? Like, how many ways I can manipulate the string, you know? And there's a lot of these that I haven't tried before. Like, I've tried tapestry weaving. I always stop though because my weaving always tends to hourglass no matter what I do. But I really want to like dedicate myself to trying to make these things and just get more creativity to flow out of me. And I know that's probably pushing those thoughts from before out even further. I don't know, but I'm still trying to figure it out, as you can tell. Like, I just want to feel like an artist. Like, I know that I'm an artist, but I just want to be proud of what I make. I want to make the things that I see in my head, and I don't want to be disappointed when I do make them and they look slightly different, or my skill level isn't there yet to really fulfill the ideas in my mind. And it's not just with knitting and crochet, it's like with filming, it's with writing. Like, I really want to start writing a fiction novel that I've had in my mind since 2020, but I've put it in the back burner for a very long time. But sometimes the product, it doesn't really come out from what I see in my head because the skill level isn't there just yet, and it just makes me like spiral, and I'm trying to work on that. And I hope all of that made any sense, because the more I talk, the more jumbled my words are becoming, so I'm gonna move on. So I am gonna go ahead and finish working on this and eat my parfait, because it's just been sitting here and the granola has just been getting softer and softer. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I ended up running out of the yellow yarn as expected, so I just went ahead with the lighter yellow to finish the next 2 rows. Then for the rest of the night, I finished up working on both of the sleeves for the cardigan while watching some YouTube. The next morning, I took a 2-mile walk on a trail, which was really peaceful but slightly scary since I'm not used to going out on trails alone. But after getting home and washing up, I started to put the cardigan together. Halfway into putting it together, I thought there was just too much red going on, so I went and took off 3 rows of the red and then attached the sleeve so that any extra red would be in the back of the project. I tried on the cardigan when it was done, and you guys, I am literally obsessed with this cardigan. I knew it was gonna come out just as I wanted it to, but it's still so perfect to me, and it makes me want to make 11 more hexagon cardigans in so many different colors, because I already know how easy it would be to pair it with literally any outfit. They're easy for light weather, and you can make them chunky if you want, you can make them incredibly lightweight if you want, and just wow, this is my favorite cardigan for sure. I just finished my rainbow cardigan and I love it so much. I didn't weave in any of the ends yet, I'll do that later, but I did want to go ahead and get started with my tube tops and my dress. I'm gonna save the dress for last because I really want to sit down and figure it out, but for the tube tops, I'm just gonna go ahead and crank them out as fast as possible. What I want to do is make them back to back without like weaving in and doing all of like the tiny touches to it, so then at the end, once they're all done, I could go ahead and polish them up. There's a lot of yarn that I want to try for this one. Here are some of the options. I was thinking about doing one with just these 2, like maybe this on the top, this on the bottom, and then probably like a solid purple one, and maybe these colors as well. What I'm really interested in seeing is if these would work. I don't even know if this would be enough for a tube top. Maybe I can make a crop tube top or whatever. Just ignore me. But I do want to see what this linen, it's a cotton linen blend. I think this would be really nice as a top, so I'm gonna do that. But I first want to try with this yarn. It's pretty thin and it's just been sitting in my closet for a long time, and I think this would be a really pretty color. This is like a recycled cotton, by the way. I got it from Joann's. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on that. I got to work on the first tube top, putting 10 rows of scrap yarn before the actual tube top. I actually forgot how to make these tops, so I had to pull up my Centro machine tutorial video, which tends to happen a lot when I make projects. I think it's a little funny, but hey, they're visual patterns for myself, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, I just kept spinning away while watching some YouTube. I was also thinking about what projects I'd want to make in panel mode besides the dress to see what else could be possibly made with the Centro machine, but it also depends on what yarn I get, since some of the lightweight yarn can look really see-through, and I don't want that if I'm making a skirt or a dress. Speaking of see-through, I worked on another tube top with the sparkly green yarn, and a quarter of the way through, I noticed that it was way too spacey and knew it would have no coverage at all, so I went ahead and scrapped it to use the yarn for something else in the future. After a couple of hours, I ended up finishing around 5 tube tops. I ended up making 5 tube tops, and before I put all of them together and fix them up, I'm gonna make one more with this color because I think it'll be really cute. And then I also want to make a bra with this color here. This is the inspo picture. I really would love to have this in my wardrobe, so I'm gonna make it. And then I'm not gonna do the dress anymore because I feel like I want to look for a really nice gradient yarn for it, and I just don't have that in my closet right now. So I'm gonna save that for when I do my panel mode Centro machine video. Most likely that'll be next. So after the next tube top and the bra, I'm gonna go ahead and make some shorts to go with the bra cups, and then my summer beach wardrobe will be complete. I worked on the green bra, which was the same basic bra cup pattern, but once the bra cup was finished, I just did 3 single crochets into every stitch around the entire cup to make the ruffles, and then later attached drawstrings to the cups to tie it to my body. The last piece was my shorts, which I decided to use the same yarn as the bikini top from earlier. I followed a basic pattern of creating a ribbing with half double crochets in the back loop only until it fit around my waist, and then did 2 rows of increasing in every other stitch, and then increased on 1 stitch near the hips until it fit properly. For some reason, I thought these shorts would only take a couple of hours to make, but they took way longer, so I took a break to go get ramen with my boyfriend. I got the only vegan option they had, and I think he got like a pork and shrimp tempura ramen. After my walk the next morning, I decided to try and do a quick glance through my Japanese notes to see how bad my Japanese has gotten, and to see what I should relearn before I go to Japan in October. I had a lot of notes from learning in high school, as well as in 2021 when I was really proactive in studying. Some of the notes drew no memory, unfortunately, and I was thinking if I should start implementing studying into my morning routine so that I can get back to my conversational level that I was once at. Atsui, atatakai, oki, samui, sumetai, suzushi. I also decided to quiz myself online, which was alright. There were some words and grammar I remembered, but there were also a lot that I had to relearn. Also, while going through my notes, I found this old COVID pamphlet that they gave out in the mail when COVID first started. It made me think about how scared I was when that was all going down. Later on, I tried on the shorts and thought that this was a good length to begin each of the legs, but I was a bit worried since I was running out of yarn and wasn't exactly sure if it was enough to make it a comfortable length for myself, but I kept crocheting anyways and eventually ended up with some wavy shorts that I think are just okay. Now that all of the pieces are complete, here are some ways I'll be styling the pieces I made for the summer. My rainbow cardigan is one of my favorite crochet pieces now, and I think it would be perfect with a simple summer dress or a pair of overalls for a comfortable summer day exploring the coast with like some ice cream or something. It's very airy because of the holes in the cardigan, but I did make it with acrylic, so either way I'd still get hot in it, but I'm someone who constantly gets cold every 2 seconds no matter the weather, so I'd still keep it with me at all times. For this green bra top that I made, I wouldn't wear this one in the water since I made it with acrylic also, but it's a great summer top for chilling at the beach. I just paired it with my go-to pieces, which is mainly my cargo pants. I wear those with literally everything. I don't think the mini skirt goes that well just because the green is different, but it was still kind of cute to me, so I showed you anyways. Now this bikini top can be worn in the water. It's made with cotton yarn and it fits me perfectly. I love how I can wear it in 2 different different ways and how well it goes with my white skirt. Now for the shorts I made for it to go with, they're just alright. The outfit works and it's perfect for the beach, but I am slightly disappointed with how the shorts ended up, and I'll most likely take them apart after my beach trip. They serve their purpose though, but I know I could have done better. For the tube tops, I have more versatility with them since I can wear them with literally anything. I love this orange color, especially with the white skirt. Unfortunately though, the brown one was too see-through in the front, which made me sad because I loved the color of the yarn that I used for it. For this purple one, I folded the top in half and then sewed the chain into it and then tied the chain around my neck, and it made this basic tube top look really cute. It does pull a bit at the stitches in the front if you can see, but that's an easy fix. My favorite tube top is probably this green one and the mustard yellow one, just because they pair with a lot of the clothes that I own very easily. I also think they both look incredibly beautiful when paired with my green maxi skirt and my button-up shirt that I always end up throwing on. Those were all the pieces I ended up making, and I'm honestly really happy with how the majority of them came out, besides the shorts and the one top that was see-through. These pieces weren't anything extravagant, but I personally love making basics for my wardrobe so that I can pair them with more unique pieces that I own. Before we go, I wanted to quickly say thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that allows you to create your own website for any of your creative endeavors, whether it be to start your own shop or to just show off your artistic portfolio. Squarespace offers numerous amounts of pre-made templates to get you started with your website and allows you to customize it to your heart's content with their easy-to-use interface. If you're looking to create an online shop where you sell physical or even digital products, using their commerce tool allows you to have complete control of how everything operates. A feature that I think is really cool is the customizable newsletter you can make to send your customers whenever you have a sale or promotion going on, or just to keep interactions going more directly. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch your website, go to squarespace.com/ikoxun for 10% of your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video.